In this short video, we're going to look at how we can leverage Google's Gemini Pro model from within Labelbox's platform to generate a detailed product description based on a series of product specifications provided. We'll also demonstrate how we can leverage the same model run to extract additional useful attributes about our products to further enrich our dataset. We join here where we have a sample set of data rows containing rough bullet point format product specifications such as those found on online marketplaces. The first thing we're going to want to do is to understand a little bit more about our data and what it is that we're interested in having Gemini infer. From exploration within Labelbox's catalog platform, we can see, for example, that our products range across various departments from clothing, such as in this case, to pet care, through to electronics. Therefore, for the purpose of this demo, we'll also ask Gemini to classify each of our products into one of those three categories. Once we have an idea of what the attributes are that we're interested in inferring about our data rows, we can go ahead and create an ontology. That is to say, what are the attributes that we want to ask Gemini to infer about each of our data rows. To do so, we can navigate to the Schema tab on the left-hand side, and we can select Create New Schema. Here, we see all the different data types that Labelbox supports, but in our case, we're going to be feeding Gemini a text-based data row containing the bullet point product specifications. Therefore, we can go ahead and select text. We can name it something appropriate, such as product description, and we can go ahead and add overall classifications. The first classification we're going to want to add is a free text response, where we ask Gemini to infer a product description based on the specifications. The second, we're going to select radio. This is to infer that we can select one option from a series. In this case, it's going to be the product category. If we're interested in having Gemini infer multiple attributes, we could select checklist. However, in our case, each of our products belongs to just one category, from pet care to clothing to electronics. Once we're comfortable with our ontology, we can go ahead and select Create. We're now in a position to navigate back to our data rows and run Gemini over each of them. To do so, we can navigate back to Catalog. From within Catalog, we can use the search bar on the left to navigate to the relevant data set, as we saw before. These are the data rows containing our product specifications. We can then go ahead and select all, and then select Predict with Model Foundry. Foundry enables you to have API connectivity to some of the cutting-edge state-of-the-art models available to us. The model to use will be dictated by the task, from various natural language processing to computer vision tasks. In our case, we're going to go ahead and select Google's Gemini Pro. Doing so brings up our model run configuration pane. The first thing we're going to want to do is to select the ontology that we created a short while ago. Doing so, what we can see is Labelbox helps create standardized prompts to instruct Gemini based on the ontology that we provided. Here we're asking for a product description, and then we're asking Gemini to additionally categorize the product category to which each of our data rows belongs. As we can see, we're presented with the options that we captured within our ontology. Aside from the standard prompt, we can tweak this in any way we want. For example, we may ask Gemini to create a product description that is longer than 200 characters. We can tweak this in any way we want to customize the prompt. Once we're comfortable that our model run is set up, we've got one of two options. We can execute the full model run, or in our case, what we're going to do is generate preview. After inference has been run, you'll be displayed the previews in this form where we can see the original data row containing the specifications, as well as the generated product descriptions from Google's Gemini Pro. We can also scroll across to see the classification of the product category. Observing a few examples, we can get the feeling that the model is running as we would hope for, and now we're comfortable that we can go ahead and execute the full run. To do so, let's name this something appropriate, and we can go ahead and click Submit. We can navigate back to the Gemini Pro model option within Foundry, and we can navigate to the correct model run and begin to explore the outputs. Selecting each data row in turn, we can see on the right hand side the full detailed description generated by our model run, as well as the classification of the product categories.